Hey, this is Chion Wolf, host of Audacious, and we recently aired an episode about blindness, featuring the poet Edward Hirsch and chef Christine Ha. Now, if you're a fan of Gordon Ramsay's cooking competition show MasterChef, then you know exactly who Christine Ha is. But if you don't, she's the first and only person with blindness to win it. Now, you are going to hear so much more of our conversation in our podcast feed, but there was this one little section that I wanted to share with you. So my dear friend Ashley Cook, appropriate last name, when I told her we were going to be talking, she flipped out. She is a huge fan of MasterChef and of yours. And so I said, well, if you could ask Christine Ha anything, what would you ask her? And so here goes.
What meal would you curate for Brat Girl Summer?
I'm also old, and I'm only kind of understanding what brat girl is.
How would
you define brat girl?
I'm glad you asked the wrong person. Yes, Ashley is 14 years younger than me. My interpretation of brat girl summer is irreverent, lazy, but like not in a morally bad way. Sort of spontaneous, stays out late, no shame. No shame. Yeah. I think Brat Girl Summer is just shameless thing.
I would curate a really good snack board. So I think I would have on there everything from like really amazing prosciutto or some amazing different cheeses. But I would also have some more like really fun things on there, like peanut M&Ms or like potato chips with caviar and creme fraiche or something like that. So kind of a mix of like slightly fancy, but then like things that you may not think of as highbrow. So kind of more lowbrow things, but that work together. So I think I would curate a snack board because oftentimes too, like it's not a full meal, but you still graze on it and you still feel satisfied. So that would be my Brat Girl Summer.
May I suggest Nerds gummy clusters?
That is not something I would think. I do love gummy bears, and I haven't eaten Nerds in a long time, but I will put that on the snack board.
All right, next question.
What's a food preference that people should be incredibly transparent about, so much so that they include it on their dating profile?
I would want to know if that person is an adventurous eater or a very, very picky eater. I think I know people who will not eat a fish with a head on it, or they won't eat chicken with bone in it, or they don't want to try new things. And for me, that's something very important to know about a person. So for me, I think I would want to know if that person only likes to eat chicken nuggets and that's it. I think something else that is important is if a person were only to eat plant-based foods or vegan food. So then you have to start thinking like, okay, well, if I go out on a date with this person, and most restaurants are accommodating these days of various diets, but then you have to think, where can we go where I can enjoy something I want, and then this person can also find something that they enjoy eating. So I would say those things are probably something I would want to read on a dating profile.
Third and final Ashley Cook question.
If you had to identify as a spice, what spice would it be?
Ooh, I think I would identify as Cajun seasoning. So it's a blend of spices. I can be a chameleon. There's a little bit hot spice in there because I can be spicy, some saltiness, well balanced, a little bit of acidity taste to it. So I would say all around well balanced and delicious on everything.
Thank you so very much to my friend Ashley Cook for those one-of-a-kind questions. Check out our entire Audacious interview, plus my conversation with poet Edward Hirsch, who got a lot of responses to his New York Times opinion piece entitled, "I'm Going Blind," and I now find it strangely exhilarating. You can hear it on your favorite podcast app or at ctpublic.org/audacious. Shout out to Jessica Severin DeMartinez for producing that episode, and thanks also to Meg Dalton, Meg Fitzgerald, and Robin Doyon Aitken at Connecticut Public Radio in Hartford. Peace.